Confirmation bias. Your brain is not designed to find the truth. It's designed to protect what you already believe. When you have an opinion, your brain automatically filters information to prove you're right. You see evidence that supports your view and ignore everything that contradicts it. This happens with politics, relationships, decisions, everything. Someone shows you 10 facts. 5 support your belief, 5 don't. You remember the 5 that agree with you and forget the rest. Your social media feed reinforces this. Algorithms show you content you'll agree with. Your friend group thinks like you. Your news sources confirm your worldview. You're not researching. You're collecting evidence for a conclusion you already made. This is why arguments never change minds. Your brain isn't seeking accuracy. It's seeking validation. Sunk cost fallacy. You've already spent 2 years in a relationship that makes you miserable. You've already invested 3 hours into a terrible movie. You've already paid for 6 months of a gym membership you never use. So you keep going. Not because it's good for you, but because you've already invested too much to quit now. That's the sunk cost fallacy. Your brain tricks you into thinking past investment justifies future suffering, but the time, money, and effort you already spent? Gone. It's not coming back whether you quit now or waste another year. The only question that matters is, would you choose this today if you were starting fresh? If the answer is no, you're staying for the wrong reason. This applies to jobs, relationships, projects, careers. Sunk costs are sunk. Stop throwing good time after bad. Halo effect. Attractive people get promoted faster. Famous actors get trusted on topics they know nothing about. A doctor wearing a white coat is taken more seriously than the same doctor in a hoodie. That's the halo effect. One positive trait creates a glow that makes you assume everything else about that person is also positive. Someone is good looking, so your brain assumes they're also smart, kind, and trustworthy. A celebrity is successful in movies, so you trust their opinion on politics, health, investing. Your brain takes a shortcut. Instead of evaluating each quality independently, it assumes that good in one area means good in all areas. This works in reverse, too. One negative trait and your brain assumes everything else is bad. The halo effect makes you trust people who don't deserve it and dismiss people who do. Your brain is judging books by their covers constantly. Bandwagon effect. Everyone's buying it, so it must be good. Everyone believes it, so it must be true. Everyone's doing it, so you should too. The bandwagon effect is your brain outsourcing decisions to the crowd. When you see a long line outside a restaurant, you assume the food is amazing. When a belief is popular, you assume it's correct. Your brain uses the crowd as a shortcut for quality and truth. But crowds are often wrong. Popularity doesn't equal correctness. Millions of people believed the earth was flat. Millions bought into financial bubbles right before they crashed. The bandwagon effect makes you adopt opinions you never critically examined just because they're common. You stop asking if something is true and start asking if other people believe it. You confuse consensus with accuracy. You follow the herd off the cliff because surely all these people can't be wrong, except they can. Social proof. Social proof is why you check reviews before buying anything, why you trust a product with 10,000 5-star ratings, why as seen on TV still works, why a packed restaurant feels safer than an empty one. Your brain doesn't want to think. It wants shortcuts. So when you see lots of people doing something, your brain assumes they can't all be wrong. If millions bought it, it must be good. Companies exploit this relentlessly. Join 5 million users. Best-selling product. They're not giving you facts. They're giving you crowd size, and your brain treats crowd size as quality. But popularity is manufactured. Bots write reviews. Companies buy fake followers. Trends are engineered. You're not seeing genuine consensus. You're seeing marketing designed to trigger your need for social proof. Just because everyone's doing it doesn't make it right. It just makes it popular. Reciprocity. Someone buys you coffee. Now you feel like you owe them. A friend does you a small favor. Now you feel obligated to say yes when they ask for something big. That's reciprocity. The moment someone gives you something, even something tiny, your brain creates a psychological debt. You feel uncomfortable until you repay it. This isn't kindness. It's a trick. Salespeople use this constantly. Free samples at the grocery store aren't generosity. They're obligation engines. Once you take the sample, you feel pressure to buy. Someone compliments you. Now you feel you need to compliment them back. Manipulators weaponize reciprocity. They do small favors to create big debts. They give you something you didn't ask for, then make you feel guilty when you don't return the gesture tenfold. Real generosity has no strings attached. Reciprocity always does. Anchoring. The first number you hear becomes the reference point for everything that follows. A shirt is marked $200, on sale for $80. You think you're getting a deal? You're not. The shirt was always worth $80. The $200 was an anchor to make $80 feel cheap. In salary negotiations, whoever says a number first sets the anchor. If they offer $50,000 and you were hoping for $70,000, suddenly $60,000 feels like a compromise. Anchoring shapes your perception of value, fairness, and reality. Restaurants list one extremely expensive item on the menu to make everything else seem reasonable. Real estate agents show you overpriced houses first, so the next one feels like a steal. Your brain doesn't evaluate things independently. It evaluates them relative to the anchor. And whoever controls the anchor controls your decision. First impressions aren't just important, they're everything. FOMO. Sale ends tonight. Only 3 seats left. Everyone's already signed up. Last chance. FOMO is the panic you feel when you think you're being left behind or losing an opportunity. It's not about wanting something. It's about the terror of missing it. Your brain is wired to fear exclusion. Being left out once meant death in early human societies. Now that fear gets hijacked by marketing, social media, events, relationships. You don't actually want to go to that party, but the thought of missing it makes you anxious. You don't need that product, but limited stock makes you panic buy. FOMO makes you say yes to things you'd normally say no to. Companies engineer scarcity to manufacture urgency. Most limited time offers aren't limited. They're designed to trigger your fear of loss. FOMO turns rational decisions into emotional panic. You're not choosing, you're reacting. Framing effect. A medication has a 90% survival rate. Sounds great. The same medication has a 10% death rate. Sounds terrifying. Same fact, different frame. Your reaction completely changes based on how information is presented, not what the information actually is. This plan saves 200 lives feels better than this plan lets 400 people die, even if both describe the same outcome. Framing controls your emotions and decisions without changing reality. Politicians use this constantly. Tax relief sounds good. Cutting funding for schools sounds bad. Same policy, different frame. Advertisers do it too. Fat-free sounds healthy. Loaded with sugar sounds unhealthy. Same product. Your brain doesn't process raw information. It processes stories. And whoever controls the story controls your opinion. The framing effect proves you're not reacting to facts. You're reacting to how facts are packaged and sold to you. Loss aversion. Losing $100 hurts way more than winning $100 feels good. Your brain is wired to avoid losses more than it seeks gains. This is why "don't miss out" works better than "get this deal." Why breakups hurt, even when the relationship was terrible. Why you hold on to a losing stock, hoping it recovers instead of cutting your losses. Loss aversion makes you irrational. You'll take bigger risks to avoid a loss than you will to achieve a gain. Casinos exploit this. You're down $500, so you keep gambling, trying to break even instead of walking away. Salespeople exploit this. You'll lose this price forever. Scares you more than you'll save money, excites you. Relationships exploit this. You stay because you're terrified of losing the time you already invested, not because you're happy. Your fear of loss is stronger than your desire for gain.